Stop scrolling. Because this time, the internet didn't just react to Teyana Taylor. It turned on her. And what sparked the shift wasn't a scandal, a leaked message, or a shocking confession. It was something far more subtle, and far more dangerous in the age of online discourse. A comparison. One fans say should have never been allowed to grow. What began as excitement, support, and genuine curiosity around Teyana's new chapter quickly flipped into disappointment, frustration, and full-blown backlash. Almost overnight, timelines changed. Comment sections took a darker tone. And people who once defended Teyana, without hesitation, started asking an uncomfortable question. Why did Iman Shumpert have to be dragged into this? 4 months after her split from Iman Shumpert, the internet had largely rallied behind Teyana. The narrative felt clear and almost unanimous. She was the composed one, the graceful one, the woman who chose silence over spectacle and privacy over chaos. Fans praised her restraint. They applauded her focus on her daughter. They admired how she kept personal pain off center stage while continuing to show up confident, creative, and unbothered. Every cryptic caption was met with sympathy. Every public appearance sparked comments like, "She deserves happiness," and "Iman fumbled." For once, the internet wasn't divided. It was firmly on her side. Then Pierre entered the conversation. At first, it was subtle enough to feel harmless. A few interactions, a few shared spaces, a few moments that sparked curiosity rather than controversy. But in today's culture, curiosity doesn't stay quiet for long. Soon TikTok edits started circulating. Slow-motion clips, soft music, comment sections filled with phrases like grown man energy, calm, mature, and this is what she deserves. The idea of Teyana with Pierre quickly turned into a fan-driven fantasy, one framed as a glow-up, a fresh start, an upgrade after heartbreak. Initially, no one questioned what that comparison implied. But comparisons rarely stay innocent. The moment everything changed didn't come with a headline or an announcement. It came with a shift in tone that fans could feel. Suddenly, the excitement around wasn't just about admiration. It was about contrast. Comments started dragging Iman directly. This is what she should have had all along. Is everything Iman wasn't. Posts began rewriting history as if Iman had never been a husband, never been a present father, never stood publicly beside her for years. And when Teyana didn't shut it down, when she seemingly allowed the narrative to breathe, people noticed. That's when the backlash began. Fans started questioning why moving on had to involve humiliating the man she once built a family with. Why a new chapter had to come with subtle digs at the past. Why peace suddenly felt performative instead of protected. Supporters who had defended her divorce now felt uneasy. They pointed out that Iman was still her daughter's father. That regardless of how the relationship ended, public comparisons felt unnecessary, disrespectful, like reopening a wound that didn't need touching. Slowly, the praise turned into critique. Then came the moment fans say crossed the line. Whether it was a reaction, a quote, or something that felt like confirmation, the Pierre versus Iman Shumpert narrative went from fan-made to seemingly validated. And once that happened, the internet didn't see it as messiness anymore. It saw it as personal. Fans accused Teyana of letting people tear Iman down to elevate her new storyline, of enjoying the contrast too much, of allowing her past to be publicly diminished so her present could shine brighter. For many longtime supporters, that didn't sit right. What made the situation even heavier was Iman's silence. He didn't clap back. He didn't post cryptic messages. He didn't do interviews. He didn't defend himself. And in celebrity culture, silence can speak louder than any response. Slowly, sympathy began shifting toward him. Fans talked about how humiliating it must be to watch the internet compare you to another man while you say nothing. To see your marriage reduced to memes and think pieces. To be painted as the lesser option, without ever telling your side of the story. Once the internet picks a new side, it moves fast. Comment sections filled with disappointment. I was rooting for her, but this ain't it. Why does she need to tear him down to move on? This feels immature. Fans who once praised her grace now questioned her silence. Others said she should have shut the comparisons down immediately. Some even accused her of using Pierre as a visual prop, less about genuine happiness and more about embarrassing Iman by contrast. The same audience that once applauded her dignity now dissected her intentions. Of course, not everyone turned. Some fans fiercely defended her right to move on however she wanted. They argued that comparisons were inevitable, that women are always expected to protect men's feelings even after relationships end. They called the backlash unfair, exaggerated, and rooted in misogyny. They insisted Teyana wasn't responsible for how fans interpreted things, that she deserved happiness without managing her ex-husband's image forever. The internet split clean down the middle. But even many of her defenders admitted one thing: the comparison changed the energy. What once felt like healing now felt strategic. What once felt quiet now felt calculated. And whether intentional or not, it reshaped how people viewed Teyana's narrative. Instead of the woman who walked away peacefully, she was now seen by some as rewriting history, as benefiting from contrast, as allowing the internet to clown the father of her child without stepping in. And in celebrity culture, perception is everything. The timing only made things worse. This wasn't ancient history. This wasn't years later. This was still fresh, still emotional, still connected to a family dynamic involving a child. Fans questioned whether co-parenting respect was being prioritized, whether private wounds were being exposed for public validation, whether the applause was worth the potential long-term damage to her reputation. Fans don't just watch celebrities, they invest emotionally. And when that investment feels betrayed, the reaction can be unforgiving. Now, every move Teyana makes is under a microscope. Every post, every caption, every outfit, every appearance. Even her silence feels like a statement. Because at this point, silence doesn't feel accidental. It feels intentional. And intention always means something. People are waiting to see if she addresses the comparison head-on, or lets it fade into internet dust. Waiting for a quote that hits too close to home. Waiting to see whether she shows up glowing and confident, or guarded and distant. Because the internet doesn't just want clarity. It wants confirmation. It wants a hero. It wants a villain. And it wants Teyana to choose a side. Eyes are also locked on Pierre. Will he distance himself from the narrative before it swallows him? Or will he lean into it, allowing headlines to paint him as the upgrade, the rebound, the soft landing after chaos? Every move he makes now matters. A smile at the wrong time. A caption that feels rehearsed. A silence that feels strategic. Fans are slowing down videos, reading between emojis, counting how long it takes her to like a comment. Is she calm or calculated? Is she unbothered or holding something back?